Yeah, good evening guys, it's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Monday the 13th of August 2018. This is my weekly analysis video, which is actually being done on a Monday night for the first time in a couple of weeks. Remember tonight. So with this video I look at all pairs. I'm trading on both the Mod MACD method and also the high probability method. So the two trading methods, both on the daily charts. So I run through all pairs. So we have open trades and we've got some trades we're sort of looking at setups, etc. So I'll start with the high probability and I'll just go to this is the usual profile. If for those that don't know, these are all my pairs I trade. You can always pause the video, have a look, but you'll see them all anyway when I go through them. But generally I extend the bar, like the title, if I've got an open trade, so I can just tell at a glance how many open trades I've got in the high probability. But we'll run through all the pairs anyway, just have a look at them. So this, as I said, it's a bit of a longer video. USD Japanese yen in nothing at the moment. MACD is below the zero level, looking probably for a break of this trend line. There's still a buy signal technically intact here. And the reason I didn't take it at the time was there was no JAGfx RD, which is the orange and blue. There's no bullish JAGfx RD. There is now, so it is possible that if I get a break through this trend line to the upside, I will take a buy. The MACD is in a good spot, but there's nothing on it at the moment. That's the USD Japanese yen. Euro pound in nothing at the moment. I've drawn a couple of trend lines, red trend lines signifying possible setup of a bearish divergence. Obviously it needs some sort of confirmation with regards to either like a red dot on the MACD and also a red QMP dot, which we haven't got yet. Mightn't be far off though, you don't know, but definitely broke through this previous high I marked, just a support level. We've gone through that and now we've dropped through, so it didn't hold, so it held, it went through, but it's come back pretty quick. But we'll just see how it goes here. Pound yen in a sell trade from back here, already closed half. You can read my notes in the chart, just a matter of either pausing the video or slowing the speed right down. I'm thinking that this thing's going to turn soon, and we've got a big bullish candle today, well, possibly heading that way by the end of the day. I've drawn my green trend lines in already. Possibility of regular bullish divergence there, but in the meantime we're in a sell still, closed half I believe, and we've got a stop in place inside the point of entry. So if I get a say a blue dot on the MACD tomorrow morning, I will start then looking at bringing that stop down, tightening it up. So we're in a sell there at the moment, which is looking good. New Zealand Swiss franc, nothing, no trades on at the moment. Possible setup for again bullish divergence. Lower lows on price and higher lows on the MACD platinum. So it's possibly setting up for regular bullish divergence. USD CAD, nothing doing at the moment. There was a buy signal this morning. I didn't take it. A couple of reasons. Price isn't that far below the MACD platinum. Sorry, the MACD platinum's not that low, not that far below the zero level. Sorry about that. And we also had JAGfx bearish, JAGfx RD bearish divergence. That orange line there. So it's just too high a risk. And you can see here, if I was going to take a buy, I prefer to see higher highs where we've got more of a sort of downtrend there. So it is possible this is turning, so I'm just going to keep an eye on it, but I didn't take the buy this morning. It looks like it was a good thing looking at that candle. Euro CAD in a couple of trades here, still in a sell from back here, and also took a buy here. My stop for the buy is just holding at the moment. MACD is still a long way below the zero level. My sell, I've already closed half my sell, and my remaining part is sell stop is up above this high here. So basically I'm in half a sell and a full buy, and it's given me even though it's going against me on the buy, I've got a partial hedge, so it's not the worst thing. So highlight moment on the Euro CAD. Aussie USD, I drew this trend line in a while ago, the level, support level. It's broken down through that. We're not in a trade at the moment. Again, I didn't take the sell. That was a valid sell signal there. Price has come up to the MAs nicely and gone down. A couple of reasons: we're close to that level, low, previous low, and also the bullish JAGfx RD was there. And look where the MACD is in the 0 level. Just not worth the risk. So no trade at the moment. Euro Swiss franc in a sell from back here. I've already closed half. My stop's now at this level here. It's heading down nicely. Just now we've got a bullish candle, looks like today. I can start thinking about possible looking to go reverse here. There's possible bullish, regular bullish divergence setting up. It still needs that confirmation again, but just to give you an idea of what I'm looking at. So the Euro Swiss in a sell at the moment. New Zealand Japanese yen in a sell back here. I'm pretty sure I've closed half. You can read my notes as I said. It's come down nicely, and again we've got that possible divergence setting up, bullish divergence. Like I said, I think a lot of these pairs are going to be turning soon. That's a big drop in the New Zealand yen, and it looks like it needs to have a rest and start heading back up again. And I think a few of these pairs are going to do that in the next few days. USD Swiss franc in nothing at the moment. Still got this high level up here, and as I going on about, we're near parity. I think I mentioned on my on the Mod MACD charts, parity is where $1 equals 1 Swiss franc is about there. That's 99999 there. So that's about parity, which is a problem sort of area. Big number, big number. So we're not in a trade at the moment on the Swiss franc. Pound USD, probably got out of my sell trade a little bit early, but that's neither here nor there. I was reluctant to take it, but just didn't look like that good at the time, and it's proved me wrong, but that's trading for you. Euro USD, I close out of this too. This support level is now being well and truly broken by looks, so I'll probably ditch that if I can get rid of it. There we go. So that support level has been broken to the downside, and we were in a sell trade, but I've closed out of it. Euro Aussie, bit tough pair to trade at the moment, possibly setting up for a buy. Look at the MAs, very tight, very tight. If I get a blue QMP, sorry, a green QMP dot, filter dot, I'll probably take the buy there. This will be a low risk trade, but the MACD is below the 0 level, nothing doing at the moment. Euro yen, nothing doing at the moment. Dropping down, and again we've got this bullish candle today, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens with this. It's hard to get a read on this one at the moment, so we'll just wait and see. Remember, these are the daily charts, so a long time between trades sometimes. Pound Swiss franc in a sell from up here, it's come down nicely. I've already closed out half, got the stop in place down here, and it's still heading down. Nothing to get too excited about. Again, you could probably start thinking about drawing trend lines across there. Pretty obvious. Bullish, possible bullish divergence setting up. Again, CAD Japanese yen in a sell. I closed half this morning, I believe. Yep, I'm in a sell from here. This morning I've got bullish JAGfx RD, that blue trend line there, and price was MACD platinum was at the 0 level, so I closed half and brought my stop down, and look at this big bullish candle today. So I'm thinking this is another one that might be heading upwards, but at the moment we're in a sell and we're protected. We can't lose it on that one unless something drastic happens. AusCAD, I was in a buy here a while ago, got stopped out. I mentioned it in my daily videos. So the buy signal is still valid at the moment. You see the blue dot in the MACD Platinum, and there's still a green dot on the QMP filter there. So I've tried to draw a trend line and look for a break of that trend line, the upside, if I don't get like a sell signal, which wouldn't be taken in away with the MACD where it is, but always looking ready for a re-entry or something along those lines. That was my stop level, as well, it was taken out for loss. Oz Swiss franc in nothing at the moment. There was and I wasn't going to trade into that low there, which I drew a while ago, and that's a fairly important sort of level, as you probably remember from my previous videos. So it's a tough, not a great pair to trade. I don't even know why I look at it sometimes. Aussie yen doing pretty much the same as the Aussie Swiss at the moment, just giving me a bit of heartache and a bit of headache. Nothing really presenting at the moment. Possibility of, we could start looking at for divergence again, but the trend's still down. A lot of these ones are regular divergence, which, as you know, means we are looking for a trend reversal, which is always higher risk. But generally they will work out, but it could take 2 or 3 goes, that's all. So you just got to be aware of that when it comes to trade management, money management. So possible setting up here. We've got a bullish candle today so far. Here's one, Swiss franc, Japanese yen. I was in a sell. No, I wasn't. I was in a, let me think, got stopped out, must have been in a buy. Yeah, I was in a buy, it's been stopped out. Now, I've drawn a trend line here. We've got a sell signal, even though it's not a valid one. I really need a turn on the MACD Platinum and also a QMP filter dot before I take a buy again. But it looks like we're heading that way, and again, you could probably have a look there, you can see it. Funny, you can spot it when I'm doing a video, but it can't be full. So there's divergence there again. Always is with the MACD Platinum. Alright, Euro New Zealand. I've been in this product for, it seems like forever, from back here, which is the 6th of June. And I've got to stop in here. I've already closed half, got to stop. There is possibility here, if you have a look, just change that to red because that will be bearish divergence, possibly. Setting up nicely by looks, depending on what happens here obviously, but there's definitely high on price, and the way it's going is going to be a lower high on the MACD Platinum. So that's a possibility, something to keep an eye out for. But at the moment we're in a good buy and locking in plenty of profit. CAD Swiss took a sell on this a couple of days ago. It would have been on Friday, I'd imagine. Thought it was going pretty well until today. We're in a sell. Got a bullish candle today. It's not a great setup, but we're still in profit, so that's all that counts. MACD still above the 0 level. You can read my notes on the chart. New Zealand USD setting up in nothing at the moment, possibly setting up for a buy trade with probably get rid of that. That's not. So looking for obviously a turn and a turn here. Look at a buy on that possible bullish divergence. Pound Aussie, took a buy on that this morning. Got a few pips in profit, which is good. Stop in place. You can see my notes. You can see my regular bullish divergence. So we took a buy there. Bit of a higher risk trade. The MAs are starting to spread, and technically they're in a downtrend, albeit they are very flat and fairly tight still. So if we can push up to there, that'd be nice. That's the pound Aussie and a buy. Now, this is one I apologise to in my Facebook group, which everyone's welcome to join. This morning, I was in a sell from back here, and for the last few weeks I've been thinking I'm still in this sell the whole time. Turns out I accidentally closed this trade. I accidentally closed this trade 2 days later for a small loss at that level where the red dashed line is. So instead of being stopped out here this morning, which I thought I was, and when I went to check my charts I couldn't find where I stopped out, and a bit of research, and I dug back a while and I found out I accidentally closed it. I'm not sure why or how I did it. So I actually saved myself a few dollars because these are live trades on a small account for me. So no longer in this sell, and I do apologise because I've been rabbiting on about this pair, how I'm stuck in this trade and the reasons why, and I'm not even in it. Dumb. Righto, so no longer in that sell. Looks like this high may be broken, could just roll over still, and possibly a divergence setting up also. Let's have a quick look at this. It's not a pair I'm too excited about, but I just want to keep one sort of exotic pair in the mix. Not that the USD Singapore's that exotic, but great city, nothing wrong with Singapore. I love it, love going there. Very expensive, but I love it. So possible bearish divergence setting up there. All right, pound CAD in nothing at the moment. Look at all these dots on MACD platinum. Nothing. There's nothing there. Even with a buy signal. Pound New Zealand in a buy trade from Friday by looks. Already got bearish JAGfx RD, but I was sort of hoping that because the MACD platinum so far below the zero level, I still had a bit of wiggle tomorrow, and the MACD is getting close to the zero level. I may just close this trade out and just, if it keeps on going, who cares? But I've got a big stop, and as I made a note there, I would have liked a smaller stop there. Yeah, so I may close that out if it gets positive, or even if the MACD gets to the zero level, I might just take the small loss. Two more on this New Zealand CAD. I'm still waiting on a possible setup for a buy. I've been stopped out on a buy already on this, and I said, I think it was on one of my daily videos, a buy presented in this area here on that green dot on the QMP, and here on the MACD platinum, but by the time I got to the chart, a couple of hours after the market new candle, it already dropped down here somewhere, and I thought, bearish candle dropping down, I'll just wait and see how it goes. I'm glad I left it, didn't take it. Since then we've had a red dot, so now we're setting up. We're at this level here. If I just have a look to the left a bit, sort of possible support level. I don't know how far it goes back. You could make an argument that it's had support back here, even possibly in that area. Remember, it's not an actual exact price, it's just a zone. Just gives you an idea where prices sort of stalled before, and that is possible that's stalling there. So a fairly big drop from up there, or even look at that, down, up, down. So it could be stalling and heading back the other way, and I'll be ready to go with that bullish divergence. I like trading in New Zealand CAD. Aussie, New Zealand, not much happening here. Possible setting up for a sell. I'm still sort of kicking myself for not taking a buy, but I had my reasons probably at the time, and I've drawn my trend lines in, so nothing happening at the moment. All right, so I'm waking up 8 hours, lucky me. I'll just flick over to the Mod MACD template. In the meantime, we'll have a look at the news for the week. Fairly quiet week actually. Monday, today, the 13th, nothing. And I've only got the I've only got the high impact news, the red ones. That's all I sort of really worry about. Tuesday we've got pound average earnings index, whatever that is. Pound's a bit unstable at the moment. We'll talk about Brexit still anyway. So Wednesday we got a bit of stuff out of Australia and UK and the USD, which that's the crude oil inventories, retail sales. That can move the market. The US dollar. Someone's got holidays. France and Italy have got bank holidays in Wednesday, so they're having a day off. Thursday, Aussie employment figures that could move the Aussie, pound retail sale, UK retail sales, USD building permits, USA, and Friday, super quiet for the US on a Friday, unusual. CPI out of Canada, and that's it. So it's going to not much of a week of news, but there's a couple of things that could move the market there. So, all right, now this is the Mod MACD charts. As you can tell, we've got plenty happening. Look at them, all that side's all trades. I think we've only got two pairs that aren't in a trade, so we'll go through these pretty quick. USD Japanese yen in a sell over here, and we've got a bullish candle today, but we're still profitable. So I'll just see what happens in the morning. I might consider start reducing the risk on that one. Pound yen in a sell from back here, looking nice. Already closed out half. Stop up here. See what happens tomorrow. Might start looking at moving the stop down. Generally, I want the stop above the 25 SMA, so it's now the SMA is below the entry, so that gives me a good place to start moving. USD CAD took a buy this morning. That's going against me already. It's a bummer, but still a valid signal. Nothing's changed. It met all the criteria for that buy signal, so it's worth the shot. Euro CAD in a sell, already closed half, still going down nicely. Again, I can start moving my stop down. So that's Euro CAD in a sell. Aussie USD took a sell this morning. Started all right, but stalling a bit now with this slightly bullish candle. It's a pair that's given me a lot of grief. Look at all those crosses on that fast MACD. I whinge about this every week, so you know what's. Euro Swiss franc in a sell back here. I think I've already closed out. Close one, close two. So I've closed 2/3 of my trade, and I've got a stop and place up here, so I can't really lose on that as it heads down. New Zealand yen closed 1/3. Nope, closed 2/3 of that trade also. Get rid of that. That's just a previous low, and stops up here. So that's a good trade. USD Swiss franc. That black line is parity. That's 1.0000, like I was talking about before. Now the Euro USD has been heading down. This thing wants to go up, but I think that parity is actually blocking it, because normally they go in opposite directions most of the time. At the moment, look at the Swiss franc. It's got to that one level and just not going anywhere. And I'm in a buy here, but nothing to be too concerned about. Still in a buy. Pound USD in a sell back here. I've already closed out half and stopped just above here. You can start looking at moving the stop down depending on what happens with the price, but good result so far. Euro USD, like I was saying, it's going down. The Swiss franc's not going up. In a sell, already closed out one, and I've just moved my, only closed out 1/3. Stops at this level now. Depends on what happens. I may look at closing another one tomorrow. Euro was in a sell, close one, stop and place now above there. I don't think I can lose on that trade overall, but it's just didn't take off like I thought it would. So gone back to the 240 LMA. Still profitable. Euro yen in a sell back here. Closed half already, and it's going down nicely. Stop just above the point of entry. Again, I can move my stop down, so looking good there. Pound Swiss, sound like a broken record in a sell. Gone down nicely. Closed half. Stop just above the point of entry. Again, I can start looking at moving my stop down. Looking good. CAD yen. Took this trade this morning. It's looking pretty good for a while until this bullish candle. But it met all the criteria today, and we've still got plenty of time. Nothing to get too concerned about yet. And I did mention it on the video this morning, these two MAs, the 25 SMA and the 240 LMA, are very close together, but prices below them, so that's no problem. Hopefully, if price does go up, we'll just bounce back up there and roll over again. That sounds good in theory. Aussie CAD in a sell way back here. Closed half, stops below the point of entry. Again, I can probably move that stop down further, something I'll look at the next day or two. It's not exactly a fast mover, this pair, so I don't think it's going to catch me out unless something drastic happens somewhere in the world. But yeah, in a good trade there. Aussie Swiss sell from Friday. Good drop. Sorry, Thursday I think. Friday morning. Good drop. Nice. Got to this level here, which is a previous low. Closed out 1/3. Placed my stop in place. Still in a bit of a risk this trade, but at the moment it's looking all right. That's Aussie Swiss, Aussie Yen, pretty similar. Closed one today, reached this low, and it's probably going to stall here and probably head up a bit. Closed one, set a stop above the entry there, so it's still not out of strife, but it's looking a lot better after that big bearish candle. Swiss franc, Japanese yen in a sell from back here. It's not exactly setting the world on fire, and this bullish candle today is not what I want to see, but it's still just profitable at the moment. We just have to wait and see what happens. Euro New Zealand. Now, I did get eventually got a buy signal on this big bullish candle here. Now, technically, it met all the criteria, but it's just too big a candle for my liking. That candle is nearly a 200 pip candle. It's a pair that moves a lot though, don't get me wrong. There's plenty of 200 pip candles if you look back in history, but it just moved too far for me, too quick. Now we've had a bearish candle the following day, and we've got another bullish candle. Yeah, I could still look at possible entry here. It would have been much better if I got a green QMP dot on this candle, not that one. It would have been made a lot easier, but it didn't happen. So, you know, sometimes you just don't take the trade if it doesn't look that good. Right, CAD Swiss in a buy from back here. That could, at the moment, it's looking like it's going to cross here. That's still to be confirmed. So, and I'm probably being saved a little bit by this fairly decent bullish candle today. It's heading down. Never really took off anywhere, and now it's heading down, but today might be a saviour. And the MAs are super tight again. Look at that, they're both flat, right on top of each other. See how that goes tomorrow, and if that gets confirmed, that cross there, take the loss or whatever on that. Get out that buy trade and look, see if the sell trade set up. New Zealand USD in a sell from back here, already closed 1/3, stops down to just above the 25 SMA at the moment. Still looking alright, so that's good. Pound Aussie in nothing at the moment. This is the one that spiked me out on the sell, just that up here somewhere. Could have should have still been in it, but that's just the way trading is. So nothing there. Pound CAD sort of makes up for it, I guess, in a sell from back here. Closed half, stops in place. Again, I can bring that stop down. It's heading down nicely still. Pound New Zealand in a buy from this morning. Not exactly setting the world on fire, but it's all the criteria are met, and took the buy. Again, this is a big candle, similar to the Euro NZ, but the difference between this candle and Euro NZ, this one's from below the 240 up through the 25 SMA, whereas the Euro NZ, if you have a look at that, was above the 25 SMA, a long way above it. So if it was down here somewhere, it would have been a lot better, but because it's up here somewhere, really not that. So that's why I took the buy there. Alright, two more pairs and we'll wrap this up. We're at New Zealand, Canada. We're going to sell from back here. Closed half, yep. Stops below my entry level, above the 240 LMA. I can really bring this stop down a lot further, and something I'll look at. Again, this is a slow moving pair, something like the Euro CAD or the Oz CAD. Or the Oz CAD. They don't really move that quick, so you're not going to be caught with your pants down, so to speak. Aussie New Zealand, I was in a buy here. I've closed out one, I've closed out two. So I've closed out 2/3. I think I've closed out one today, just because of that big bearish, and it's starting to look a bit like it's all rolling over, and I just want to lock in some profit on this pair. My stop is below that, just below the entry level. It's probably not in a good spot. Ideally, it probably should be below the 25 SMA. I was going to move it down, but I just don't want to get in the habit of moving a stop away from where I've placed it. It's just not a good thing to do. So if it gets stopped out and it stays in buy mode, I'll wear it. But yeah, so that's it for all the charts, guys. Hopefully we're trying to start to pull out of this drawdown we're in with the ModMACD trades, and also the high probability, some of them weren't going too well for a bit. And I did mention this morning in my post on Facebook about my trades. Now, these trades I'm taking are just for demonstration purposes. They're the high probability, all of them are on a live account, small live account I have, or I share it between actually about 3 accounts. So that's probably why I'll just stick with 0.002, and that just gives me a little bit of room for some trade management. I can close half, and the same applies to the ModMACD trades, but not all of them. Some of them are on a demo account and have been at certain times, so I mix that up a bit. But with the high probability, I always note on my chart when it's a high risk trade, so that's something you've got to take in consideration when you decide how much you risk on a trade. So if it's a high risk trade, you might say only risk 0.5% on a trade. If it's a good setup with the trend, you've got great divergence, everything looks spot on, then you might risk say 1 to 2% on the trade. So I'm just trying to keep it simple on the spreadsheet. It's probably not ideal, but really at the end of the day, I'm not here to provide signals or show you, tell you how to trade. I'm here to give you ideas and just have a look at the setups and also help with a bit of trade management. You could manage trades completely different than me. My way is not perfect, and trust me, I know that, but it's just the way I'm comfortable doing things. So you got to find your own comfort zones, use your own smarts when it comes to risk. Just don't follow me willy-nilly. Look, if it's a high risk trade, I'm going to take 0.002 of a lot. If it's a really good setup, I'm going to take 0.02 of a lot for these trades in the Facebook group. So that's it, guys. If you like these videos, just feel free to subscribe. That'd be great, or just hit the like button. And everyone that watches these, if you're not a member of the Facebook group, you're more than welcome to join. Friendly bunch, as I always say. Good guys and gals in there. And thanks for subscribing to the YouTube channel. And thanks for watching the video. Have a good night. Cheers.